Hello everyone, welcome back to Shanti in USA. Today's video is a very special one. This is around the world, India. I have been excited about this event for many months now. The community I live in is very diverse. We have people here from all parts of the world, and everyone loves to learn something new about a different country every month. So, when I heard they will have India in their program, I volunteered to be interviewed. Sue Auntie and I, we both represented India. As I represented East India, Sue Auntie represented North India. The event starts with a little tasting of Indian food. Sue Auntie made rajma chawal, that is kidney beans and rice. And we also had some samosa and jalebi from the Indian store. Everyone queued up for the food. Some of them had questions about the food, which we answered.
Okay. Okay, so welcome to India. Today we have two of our residents that are from India, and they are from two separate parts of India. So you'll get to hear different things from both of them. We have Saint Auntie, also known as Sandy here, and Sudesh, also known as Sue. And they're both going to accompany Vicky, that's her real name, Vicky, as she interviews them and tells you all about India. That we also have some traditional Indian food that's been prepared by Sue, and some that was bought at the Indian market that I had no idea that existed until Sandy took me there Saturday. So, we can get started with that and let you do a little taste testing, and then we'll get started with the video that Vicky has and with the interview, okay? All right.
After a brief introduction from our activity director Shannon, our resident Vicky conducted the interview. Watch it till the end, guys, and I hope you'll like it.
Does either one? Does everybody know what a bucket list is?
Yes.
Something that you want to do before you pass away. On my bucket list, I want to do what's called a rucksack tour of Europe. And a rucksack is where you put everything into this big old backpack, and instead of going to just the tourist attractions, you actually go through the countryside, and you actually experience what the real people are like, their way of living and their customs and whatnot. So I thought I'd do that with this particular country. And as you both have met Sue and Sandy, that's the easiest way to call them because their Indian names are a little bit more difficult. Sudesh and Sayanti. So, Sue and Sandy. So we're going to start out by going to the real India, the way that people like us live. So, one of the things when you're traveling is when is the best time of year to go? Either one of you can answer. When is the best time to go to visit India? Autumn. Autumn. That would be during September and October. So it's not too cold and not too hot.
Yeah.
Is it rainy?
No. Only rainy in the July.
July, August is the monsoon season. Obviously, there's a lot of different modes of transportation. This one fascinates me the most. Would you like to tell me about it, Sue? These are the tuk-tuks.
Is it three-wheeler, I think?
Those are the three-wheelers,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah,
One
auto,
and
auto. Yeah, three-wheeler, auto.
It's a slang for what you
Three
think is
wheels we
to
have.
for three wheels.
Yeah. It's
Okay.
better.
obviously, they do a lot of walking.
Yeah.
So, which form of transportation did you two utilize the most?
Auto?
For a regular car?
Regular
Even
car.
with all these people?
No, not regular car. She's saying tuk-tuk.
Oh,
Yeah.
We call it auto.
Auto.
Auto rickshaw.
It's
Okay.
easily available.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
Come out house and then take it.
So this is their version of the cars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the tuk-tuk.
That is kind of a public transport.
Public
And it's very cheap.
Cheap also. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
More like a taxi.
Yeah, we do have taxis, but
Taxi also.
these are, easier to go, and they have a lot of like routes. Like you want to go from point A to point B, so those will take you.
Can you?
Uber are also now available.
Yeah.
Yeah, now it's so common. This is the oldest one.
We're taking a pause in our.
Both the pictures were taken during my wedding. So that one, the turquoise one, that is my house, the one I grew up in, and I spent like 20 years of my life there. My parents still live there with my brother and my brother's wife, and they have a daughter. So all of them live there still. This is my husband's house, and my in-laws, my husband's parents, they live there. So.
Tell us about the structure of the living. Who all lives in the house?
Oh, but my husband's parents, they don't have any other children, so my husband is the only son. So they live in this house.
So it would be,
My father-in-law and mother-in-law.
and then if they had children,
They would also live
they
there.
would also live there.
Yeah.
And-
Traditionally, but they can live separately.
Okay, and say in your house, you
My
have-
brother lives there.
Your brother lives there, and when the men get married, then the wives
Yes.
move in
They
as
move
well.
in with the husband's father and mother. So that's what happened in my brother's case. So that is that. They also have a daughter, and she was also born there. She's there.
But when she gets married,
She will go
moves
to her husband's
husband's house.
house. Yes.
So when you got married, you went to his house.
Yes.
Okay. Interesting.
Oh, my granddaughters.
So in your house, Sue, did everybody live in the same house, or did they have separate houses?
No, we live in the same house.
All
Yeah.
of this, can you imagine?
When I got married, my father-in-law, my mother-in-law, my sister-in-law, my brother-in-law, we all live in one
Wow.
house, yeah. 7, 8 members, yeah.
Wow.
Eat together, enjoy together. They are so, I got so much love from them.
Sue gets a little emotional. It's okay. We've talked about this. So we're trying to keep it on the light side.
Yeah,
Now, the picture on the right,
yeah, this is my extended family, my big brother, and then myself, my younger son. This is my older
And-
son, yeah.
everybody all lived in the same house?
Yeah, same house. And this is my daughter-in-law.
Plus the little ones
Sister-in-law.
when they came.
Yeah, this is my extended family. They all live in the same. This is my mother-in-law. Yeah,
And she lived there as well.
yeah. Now she
No.
not.
But she,
That's my husband, then my mother, then my father, and that's my brother.
and you just have the one brother.
Yes. He's my only brother. He's 10 years older than me. And that's his future
And
wife. At that time,
Is
they
it
were not
your,
married.
your parents?
Yes. They were doing a ritual in my wedding. So that's
You'll see a lot of pictures in here of Sandy's wedding.
That was my reception picture. So we have a wedding day. The next day I go to his parents' place, and that's like a little low thing. And then the next day, on the day 3, we have a reception where a lot of people eat. So on the wedding day, a lot of people from my side of the family and my neighbors and our people, they will eat, and we'll give them a like a party. And on the reception day, a lot of people from his family more of his neighbors, his people, they will come and we will have a party just for them.
Yeah. This is me.
This, go ahead and tell them about your picture here.
First visit, yeah, Shimla.
That's their honeymoon pictures. And this picture over here, Sandy?
That's after I got married, so it's all
That's the
wedding attire. Yes.
Now, tell us a little bit, we were talking about customs and things, and I know these are wedding pictures, but there are also customs that everybody does during the wedding. Tell us about this one here. I'm fascinated by this item underneath as well. Tell us about that
that is like
custom.
a clay pot. Okay,
Okay.
so the one you see on the back with the yellow, white thing, that's my father, and the one who's touching my hand, that's a priest. So
Okay.
he's doing the rituals. He's telling us what to do, how to do, and the thing underneath is a clay pot. So
Okay.
it's little.
What's the significance of the clay pot?
There's holy water in that, and
Okay.
some nuts and betel leaves.
Okay.
So it all signifies that we are getting married and we have some witnesses that are like divine witnesses. If you have the picture of the fire, we'll also talk about that. This is the water. We have a river called Ganges that flows from the north to east, and it goes to Bangladesh. So that is a holy river. Both of us, we consider that like whole of India considers that holy. So that's the holy water, and we are putting our hands on top of that, and we are the Ganges. That's a witness to our wedding.
Okay.
So the priest is saying a lot of chantings and mantras, and that's
What's
it.
going on in this picture? What's that tradition where?
That is the next. Oh, that's my my parents-in-law. That's my husband's father and mother. And what is happening is we have a custom, and again, all these wedding pictures. This is from my tradition, not her. Okay, we have different. So what he's doing is he's taking responsibility of me, and on top of that red things, those are the saris, and the underneath, that's food. So he's taking responsibility of my food and my clothing, and he has to say some words while doing that. So he's giving me all that, and he's taking responsibility of me.
And some more here. These are all traditions. Oh, she's got to tell you about this one here. Tell us about that one first.
Yeah, that is a local pond. Okay, that signifies the Ganges. Kind of like all water body is considered a part of Ganges. So you are inviting. Those are my elders. Like that's my mother who is doing the main thing. Those are all the married women who are married. They can only participate in this custom, and they are giving betel leaves, some turmeric. That's inviting the Ganges to my wedding, so that everything goes well, so that I have a hand of God over my wedding. So they are doing that. That's a disgusting pond, I should mention. Everyone goes there for their rituals, and it's never cleaned, ever. And they take water from that. The metal thing you see here, the same thing was used in my wedding as well. Like this happens in both the houses. So he's being showered with this water from some other place, and I was also being showered with this sort of water that is to purify me before my wedding. That's that.
This is Sue.
Yeah. And I got that in education.
And you were telling me that
I have done post-graduation also in economics, masters. And
So
then
goes-
Bachelor of Education also.
bachelor's first,
Yeah.
then master's,
Then
Then
Bachelor of
Bachelor's
Education.
Education.
To get job in the schools also. It
so
was
bachelor's
optional
of
for me.
education is higher than a master's.
Yeah, I love teaching, that's why I got that.
And Sue is a teacher.
Yeah. for
And
so
your-
many years. Yeah.
And your husband,
Manager in bank.
he's a bank manager,
Yeah.
and your son,
One is doctor, psychiatrist, and other is engineer, software engineer.
software engineer, and a doctor.
Yeah.
So,
Ask a question, that picture, what are you graduating
This is my,
from?
then I am 20 years old. Yeah.
so what were you graduating from?
In Women's College, there is, Women's College Rohtak.
That would
Located
be
in Haryana.
the
Yeah.
first bachelor's?
Yeah, first bachelor.
First bachelor's.
Yeah. Graduation.
Heard about
Yeah, national.
Yeah, so these are the ones that is fixed, but the other ones they change. We have a different calendar, like Hindu calendar. So based on that, based on moons and stars, the other days change. So I think if you took this from the internet, probably these are the ones that are falling in
For this year. Mhm.
Yes.
It's like, for us, for Easter, it changes each year, it all depends. A lot of these change as well. So when I did this up, I picked the dates for this year.
Yeah, so the Baisakhi, that is the first day of a different calendar that we have. So that sometimes falls
Yeah.
on the April 14th,
April 14th
or
and
April
sometimes-
15th. So,
Sometimes 13 also. 13 April.
yeah.
Let's talk about the different languages. Took me a little bit to get
It's
this,
Yeah. I can.
and this is,
I'm very happy that you understood what these are.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
This is Hindi, these
Yeah.
are the numbers and the letters.
These are
My
like
understanding
English
that-
ABC and ABC
That's the alphabet, Hindi alphabet.
alphabet.
The vowels are at the top and the consonants at the bottom, or is it the other way around?
No,
That-
these
like
are
the-
consonants. I'm not sure if we'd call that vowels. Because
Yeah.
lot of those are the middle, the second line from top, that is not really used. That's just how you say it, but that is not used in writing.
How many languages do you know, Sue?
3 languages.
Oh
Hindi,
my God.
Hindi, English, and Punjabi.
And
Yeah, it's
And
my
how-
mother tongue, Punjabi.
how many languages do you know?
I also know 3, Hindi, English and Bengali. Bengali is my mother tongue.
I did have the map up here and then I took it off because I found something I like better. But where Sue is from is like the northwest part of India, and Sandy is like on the east side of India. So 2 far areas.
What towns are you from?
After you.
Use your mic.
This is called suit, this is dupatta, this is kameez, and this is salwar. This is the oldest.
That's the
Yeah.
oldest?
Yeah.
Okay.
What I'm wearing is a sari. This is 6 yards of just plain cloth, and we just wrap it around and we make pleats over here so that when we walk we don't trip, and we take this from here and that's it. There are a lot of ways to wear a sari, but this is the most common.
Yeah.
And you wear a blouse with that. I wore a sleeveless, but you can wear a full sleeve or half sleeve, however you want, and that is that.
These are some of the,
examples of the older style?
Outfits, yes.
It used to be everyday dress, but now modern days women they don't wear that. But it's occasionally on the pujas, on the worship days, or on the occasions you wear this.
things that we would do. You mentioned briefly about
Henna?
the colors.
Oh, Holi, yeah.
They literally cover with paint.
That's
A powder,
just
that's a powder.
powder,
isn't it?
yeah.
Powder, yeah.
It's usually made from flowers. So
Okay.
it's organic, it's good.
Yeah,
but
organic.
I did show Vicky a video where you get like the nasty stuff that you put on your face and it never comes off. Like a month it will stay on your face, but that's the hard one.
She showed me a video of a woman that said, yeah, sure, and didn't realize that what she was having put all over her face wasn't going to come up. And dancing?
Yeah.
Is there a lot of dancing?
This dance is Kathak.
I think
This is just a sample.
Yeah.
like we have a lot of different dance forms. Like this is not Kathak. We have Kathak, Bharatanatyam, Kathakali.
Yeah.
Lot of different dance
These are
forms
common dances.
yeah, from different parts of India, from different culture. We have lot of different kind of dance.
They have different styles of dancing similar to what we have. You know, we've got ballroom dancing, jazz, samba, a variety of different dances, and they do as well. I just can't pronounce any of it. What about sightseeing? We all know Taj Mahal, but tell us about some of the other
Symbol of
things.
love. It's called symbol of love.
Symbol of love.
Yeah.
What other places would be fun to go to? What's the?
Is it good?
I don't know. It's a beach.
Yeah, it's looking like.
There's a lot of beaches.
Yes.
You haven't that. It's, it can be from Bombay or
The
Goa. Yeah.
beaches came up quite often in my research,
Yeah.
so I had to throw that in there. So there's a
On
lot
the
of.
west part, there are a lot of beaches because that is like we have Indian Ocean. The other side we have Arab Sea, and on the bottom I think that's something like Indian Ocean also. We have three sides covered in ocean
And then one side in desert type.
yes.
Okay. So there's a lot of things to do when you go to India, in addition to the festivals that they have, and this is part of a festival. There's a lot of sightseeing which you would do if you were going on a regular tour, but there's also relaxation type things such as the beaches and the hiking, and it's a beautiful country. One day, and she was asking if I had a prayer room in my apartment. I was like, no. So, tell us a little bit about the prayer room. What's it for? Do you have one in your home, etc.? These are just sample pictures.
That one is from my parents' house. So this one, and that's my mother. She's posing that she's praying. The photographer told her like pose like you are praying, but that is exactly how you would do it. And there are a lot of, you see like thrones. These are made out of wood. So there are a lot of gods in metal, like how do I put it, like metal gods. So
Statues.
statues, yeah, metal statues of gods, like different kind of gods, whichever you want, whichever you pray to. That is, those are sat not on the floor, but on top of a bed. So they have, you see, little pillows, and you put them to sleep. You give them food twice a day. You give them water. You change their water. You give them more food. You change their food like that, and that is a separate room. There's a prayer room where you do that. Also, you also have that.
You have one of those?
I don't like this.
But you have a small mandir.
Yeah, small temple.
Small.
In my house, yeah.
Okay.
All gods are there, and I pray in the morning and in the evening. Yeah, both the times.
Yeah, so it doesn't
There is
have to
small
be a
temple.
room, but there's a small place.
Space.
Yeah,
Space.
in your house where
Yeah.
you just worship.
Sit and worship.
That one looks like that's from an apartment where you don't have a lot of space.
Yeah.
So you make a small corner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Slide.
Yeah.
But we were talking about Hindu and the cows, and tell us about the cows.
Worship cow because they think that cow is their mother. That's why. Yeah.
They
They feed them daily. Yeah.
And where are they kept?
They are like
Pronounce this.
yeah. This Gaushala. This is Gaushala means all cows live there, united.
And it's this a
It's like a
room?
stable for cows.
It's a stable.
Stable for cows.
It's not like a room in your home.
Yeah. No,
It's
no.
like
It's
a
usually
house.
outside. It's on your yard.
Yeah.
It's in your yard. That's why that picture looks like it's somebody's backyard. It
Yeah.
probably is somebody's backyard. But do you have any questions for either Sue or Sandy?
I have a question. The Taj Mahal is in Agra, and is it by a river?
Yes.
Which river is that?
Yamuna.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Any other questions? What was that?
The funeral, how do they?
The funerals.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna take that over. Funerals, usually cremation is the way to go, but Muslims, they bury their dead, and the cremation is also a kind of thing like you take them to a place where you cremate them. Then you don't keep the ashes. No, you take the ashes and you take them in a container like metal container like like a urn. So you take that and then you go to probably Ganges or any other holy place, any other holy river, wherever you want to go, and you just scatter them away, and then they go to a place of peace. That's how it's done.
A special thanks to Jorge, who recorded this whole interview on my behalf and also gave me a lift to and from my apartment. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you in my next one.